We've got Andrew Hoyne now, of course. What exactly is Garden House?
So Garden House is a residential development in Waterloo, across the road from Waterloo Park on the corner of McAvoy Street, right where public housing meets industrial.
Okay, and the goal that you had to do, what did you do?
We needed to find a way to change the product itself from something that was fairly vanilla to something that was amazing and that people would really engage with, want to pay substantially more money for, but would also engage the street and make the community feel proud of something that was being added to their neighbourhood.
And what did the place look like prior to this? Can you give me a bit of background?
Yeah, sure. So up until just recently, it was a depot for Australia Post. So this huge industrial building, which actually added nothing to the neighbourhood, quite cold, quite confronting. And what had happened is that our client had purchased the site with an existing architectural DA in place. So the architecture had been determined, but nothing more. So we engaged interior designers and we briefed them. Hecker Guthrie did an amazing job. We brought in the landscape designers and we developed a concept that could bring everybody together with a single-minded vision to do something green, beautiful, celebrating its industrial past, but differentiated itself from every other product in the Sydney market.
And the interesting thing, of course, is that it's in a location in Waterloo which may not necessarily attract everybody that you might think want to go there. So you kind of have to sell the space. You have to get the tenants in. So what did you have to do?
So interestingly about that location, I discovered anecdotally that it was the #1 bag snatching location in all of Sydney via the local police.
Still trying to find my bag.
Yeah. So if you were driving through there in summer, you didn't want to be in a sort of open windows or a convertible. That's all changed now, of course. And that's probably partly helped by developments up the road at Green Square or around the corner at Victoria Park. However, the buyers in those developments weren't necessarily the buyers we believed were a fit for us. So there was a lot of debate and engagement with, sales agents, developers, and the rest of the team about being really clear about who we wanted to engage to buy in this development.
And who were those people, though? Who did you need to engage?
Well, for us, we believe we could do something at the highest possible price that people were willing to pay in Sydney by bringing in these amazing interior designers and landscape designers and therefore being able to drag people out of Surrey Hills through Redfern and into Waterloo. So, to do that, we needed to give them a really design-led product. Not just a nice apartment, but something that was actually award-winning, that would get heaps of press, that would actually make them feel they really bought the prize.
And that required an entirely new way of thinking, I suppose, when it comes to actually selling space, a new economic way of thinking?
I think whilst there are some great architects and interior designers in Australia and some fantastic developments underway, you're always looking for a point of difference. You're looking for something special. You're looking for something you can call your own. So for us, it was about this idea of the apartment entries being able to sort of walk through people's very own garden house, where they could literally lock up their push bikes and have their own sort of plant setting. Each window had planter boxes or herb gardens. And in the common space, we did phenomenal landscaping through Miles Boardman through that entire space. So it was really engaged and it was quite energetic as well as being quite relaxing.
Okay, so you're really rethinking the experience so that you can differentiate from what other, I suppose, players are doing in the marketplace, particularly in that location.
I think it's like anything you do with a brand, whether it's placemaking or a product. It's about having a story to tell, and we had a great story to tell.